Question 17. Peter, Roger, and Mary each had a sum of money. They decided to split their dinner bill equally. If Roger were to pay for the bill first, the sum of his remaining money would be 4/9 of Mary's money. If Mary were to pay for the bill first, the sum of her remaining money would be 11/15 of Roger's money. If Peter were to pay for the bill first, he would have used up all his money. Now A, given that Mary had $126 more than Roger, how much was each person's share of the bill? And part B, express Peter's sum of money as a fraction of their total sum of money. Now this question has two scenarios over here. The first scenario and second scenario is marked over here. I'm going to use a model to represent the two scenarios, so it will look something like that. Now the first scenario, if Roger were to pay for the bill first, the sum of his remaining money would be 4 units out of Mary's 9 units, right? 4 out of 9. And this will be, and over here is the bill, right? The bill plus his remaining money will give him the amount he had at first. And for second scenario, if Mary were to pay for the bill first, right? This is Mary. Right, if Mary were to pay for the bill first, her remaining money would be 11, and in this case now the second scenario we use parts to represent. It's 11 parts plus the bill that she paid, and for Roger the original amount of money he had will be 15p, correct? Now let's look at the model here. Let's make sense of the model here now. Now by looking at the second scenario, right, we know that Mary, the original amount of money she had was 9 units, and in the second scenario is actually 11 parts plus the bill. So we know that this 11 parts plus bill is the total amount of money she had at first, which is 9 units. And for Roger, 15 parts is actually the amount of money he had at first. And it will be, from this scenario 1, is actually 4u plus the bill. 4u plus the bill will give him the original sum of money here, which is 15 parts. So I'm going to write out the two equations here, right? As you can see, I've written it out here. For Roger, right, it will be this 15 parts here is actually 4 units plus the bill. And for Mary, right, for Mary is actually 11 parts plus the bill is actually 9 units. So now that we have written out these two equations, we will try to find the lowest common multiple for the units. All right. So what I'm going to do now is let's look for the lowest common multiple. Now in this case, you're going to look at this one here and this, right? The lowest common multiple will be 36, right? So if it's 36, I have to multiply by 9. The whole equation must be multiplied by 9. And over here, I have to multiply by 4. So the whole thing will be multiplied by 4. So for Roger, I will have 135 parts here, which is equals to 36 units plus 9 bills, correct? And for Mary, I will have 44 parts plus 4 bills equals to 36 units. Now, we're going to sub this equation inside here. You see here, this is 36 units, right? And we know that 36 units is actually equals to 44 parts plus 4 bills. So now I'm going to rewrite this equation here. 135 parts is equals to, this 36 unit will be replaced by this, okay? So I'm going to write this in. All right, 44 parts plus 4 bill plus 9 bill. Okay, so my aim here is to find what is one part. So over here, 44 parts, I'm going to bring over to the left. It becomes negative. So it's 135 minus 44 parts, which is equals to 4 bill plus 9 bill is 13 bills, correct? And over here is 135 plus minus 44 is 91 parts, 13 bill. Okay, So what we're going to do next is to find, just now I mentioned we want to find one part, right? My bad. We should find what is one bill. Okay, so now over here, 91 parts is 13 bill. So we'll know that one bill is actually 91 divided by 13, and it's 7 parts. So one bill is 7 parts. Now with this, we will be able to find part A. Now given that Mary had $126 more than Roger, how much was each person's share of the bill? So now we can write the equation is $126, the difference in the money between Mary and Roger, correct, is actually, okay, for Mary, right, is 11 parts plus bill, correct, and minus Roger, which is 15. So we can write it out like that. 11 parts minus the bill. The bill here is 7 parts, right? 7 parts minus Roger's. Roger is 15 parts here. So the difference is actually 126. So over here we can we'll get 11 minus 7 minus 15. What do we get? Okay, a mistake here. This is plus, right? The bill is a plus. So 11 plus 7 minus 15, we should have 3 parts. So this 126 is 3 parts. So let's find what is one part. One part is 126 divided by 3. We should get $42, correct? $42. And now with this, right, we will be able to find the how much was the bill. If we know one part is $42 and the bill, one bill is 7 parts, correct? So 7 parts will be 7 times 42. We should get 294. So the bill is $294, correct? And the question asks, how much was each person's share? So there are 3 of them. So you take 294 divide by 3, you should get $98. So this is for part A, $98. Now, how about part B? Express Peter's sum of money as a fraction of their total sum of money. Now we know what's Peter's sum of money, right? Because in this statement here, if Peter were to pay for the bill first, he will have used up all his money. So we know that Peter's money is actually, the money that he has is 294, correct? Now we need to know, if we know that Peter is 294, this for Peter, we need to find the total sum of money for the 3 of them. All right, so we need to find how much Roger has, Mary has, and as well as Peter. All right, to know how much money Peter has 15 parts, right? So we know one part is 42. So for Roger, right, Roger is 15 parts. So 15 times 42, Roger should have $630, right, for Roger. As for Mary, she should have she has $126 more than Roger. So Mary should have 630 plus 126. So Mary should have how much? $756. Correct? So their total amount would be 630 plus 756 plus 294. Right? And we should get 1680. So the fraction will be expressed as such. So the fraction will be written as 294 Peter, and the total amount is 1680. And if you reduce to the lowest term, you should get 7 over 40. So part B is 7 over 40. Okay, so if you have trouble understanding this question, you can always rewatch this video again to understand the question. Now remember, by drawing this model here, you will be able to represent the question clearly so that you know what you can do. And remember, for questions like this, we need to use units and parts for the two different scenarios.